Yay! This handbrake cable is doing my... Hi there guys, and welcome back to another video. Now, as you've seen in the last video, I was getting a few odds and ends done on a few different things that I needed to get done, and I'm hoping to get a few more videos like that of just sort of taking you along on what I'm doing and whatnot. And today is kind of like that. Working on Tom's Doka, and there's a few jobs that need doing. Let's go and have a look. Right, well, Tom took his van for an MOT the other day, and fail. This is the fail sheet. He's got seat belt anchoring point, probably a little bit, I don't know, I haven't actually had a look at that yet. Position lamp, that's already fixed, that's the rear light. He did buy some new rear light clusters. Yeah, he bought some new clusters because the one that was on there was knackered, basically. So he's got some of them. That's already done, he did that the other day. Parking brake, that's we knew about. It's also the same down there. So we have got a new caliper for that, which is what we are doing today. Drive shaft joint, it looks like it's the boot that goes around the ball joint, so possibly just replace the ball joint. And coil spring insecure rear, that's basically because it hasn't got limiting straps. We wasn't sure if it was going to need it or not, and apparently it does. If you do need these, go over to VW Monkey, and you can get it with the bolt kit as well, which we did, just why not. And that is everything. We're going to get a few of these jobs knocked off. Like I said, we've got the straps, we've got the caliper. That's going to knock off at least 3 of these. The only one that's going to be a bit of an issue is that potentially the welding one. But we'll figure that out as we get there. Right, so as you can see, we've got it all jacked up, the wheel off, because there's no point showing you that bit. And a couple of jobs all on this side at one go. The handbrake is currently on. That's how good it is. So that caliper, by the looks of it, is probably the issue, and that's what they meant about the spring. Now this is on 6 inches? 6 inches, yeah. 6-inch Falconers, and it says it there actually. So all we're going to do with that is the same as what we've done with mine. Jack it up, put the straps on it, so that the straps basically hold it where it needs to be, but most importantly, this caliper needs to be replaced. So it's not too much of a hard job. A couple of bolts at the back to take it off. Yeah, should be quite an easy little job, but yeah, that's how bad it is that the handbrake is on, and I mean, I'm just fingertipping that. So let's get this caliper off. The bolts that hold the back of the caliper, they're just 13s. There's one at the top and there's one at the bottom. You know what, I've got a tool for this. This thing is by far the best tool I've ever bought in my life. There we go. One caliper off. And the brake pads even look usable.
And I was worried about the fact I hadn't bought new brake pads.
So that's not bad. But then if the brake pad isn't, if the brake caliper ain't working, I'm not surprised it's not working. So what we need to do is we need to remove this, which is the handbrake cable. So there's the little retainer. Keep that safe. And then what we need to do is get that ball out of that arm, and the whole thing should come out. And then it's just the actual brake line itself. Take that out and then put the new ones on. There you go. So pop that out of there like that, out of that arm. There you go. We need to undo this, which is the brake line. What I normally do here is you bolt it all back in, not fully, just finger tight, it doesn't need to go mad. There we go. So you crack that off. That arm there, oh my jeez. That arm there, which is the handbrake cable, is supposed to probably be about there when the handbrake's off. That's how knackered this is. Whereas if we get the new one, which is there, you can see how easily that moves. So that's the issue. Ready? Old caliper off. New caliper on. And then tighten her up. Put that on here. Then all you do is you get the handbrake cable, put it back through the hole, pull it through whilst pulling the arm down, pops in, just like that. And then the little retainery clip goes on. Brake pad. Brake pads are in. And then that is it.
Should we do a handbrake test?
It's not actually it, because we do have to bleed the little bit of air that's in it out. But if Tom goes and pulls the handbrake, you'll see this move now, where before it didn't. There you go. So all we're going to do now, I say we, is Tom's going to go pump the actual foot brake, get this piston to come out, and then we're going to bleed the brakes. So that's done. That's two things off the MOT that need doing. While we've got it here, we will put the straps in here. So that bottom one's done, parking brake, and the other one, which is there, the suspension one, which the straps are there to do it. Also, we have had a quick look, because it says that there's a little bit of a rust hole down here, and we found it. It's this piece here, which isn't actually that bad. Hammer that flat and plate it. That's not that bad at all. And then also the front driver's side. Oh, can I get underneath this? The bottom seat ball joint, you can see there, it's all knackered. So that's an easy enough one. That's also the bolt on one, which is easy. And I can't get the camera in here. There you go. The drive shaft, it's not secure, but I have felt it. It is just literally needs reconnecting. So that's that done. And then that is everything done off that MOT fail sheet. The only thing is that top one, the welding. That's the only one that we're gonna have to wait and get done. So what we're gonna get on with now is fitting those limiting straps. You've seen me do this before, and like I've said, if you are in the market to get yourself some limiting straps, go over to VW Monkeys, and they do sell everything, including the little bolt kit. The passenger side is easy enough, because what you do is you connect one to the bottom of the strut, and then the other side of it goes up here on the exhaust hanger. That's that side done. And then for the driver's side, yet again, you connect it to the bottom of the strut, and then you, well, on mine it's slightly different setup, but you bolt it up here somewhere. Not entirely sure where. Maybe try and utilize one of these holes. If not, drill another hole and bolt it in through there. And then that, as you can see, saves the spring coming out. So this is the strap, and this piece here, the one with the single, that goes on the bottom, down on the strut, and then on the other ends you've got two. And they go up on the top, and then that's what you use to adjust the length that you need. Because obviously, if you're like me and you run 4s, you need it a lot shorter, and if you're like Tom and you have 6s, obviously you need it a lot longer. So first things first, take this bottom bolt out. So what you want to do is jack up the arm. That goes on the bottom. That loops round and connects up there. But what we need to do, make sure the spring is tight. So what I always like to do, give it a few pumps, make sure it's compressed a bit. loop it underneath the brake line so it won't catch it, and then put it up there, and then you adjust it as needed, like about there. They do supply you with longer bolts because once you put these two through, the old bolt is probably not going to be long enough and there's not going to be enough threads, so bin that off, put the new bolt in, and then once you let off the jack, the spring's in. Done. Then all you need to do is either cut the excess off, or you can zip tie it up out of the way. Done. There's one side done. Spring is now fully in. We are completely finished on this side. I am rather happy. Now, over to the driver's side. So we're over on the driver's side now. It's all jacked up, as you can see. Again, the spring. So we need to go back in the bottom of the strut and connect it somewhere. Now I've been looking around it, trying to utilize this hole. That doesn't go anywhere. And then I was looking and thought, oh, we're gonna have to drill a hole maybe up here. But discovered there's actually a hole up there, which is perfect for that bolt to go in. So if I put that how it's supposed to go, like that, the other side of the strap will go up in there, all gets bolted in. That spring will then be where it's supposed to be. Ka-chow. That's in. That's in, and that there is that all done. Both the straps are done, the handbrake now works, and we are now happy. So off that MOT, we've now just ticked off 3. So we're gonna get this lot tidied up. I'm gonna go get myself ready for work and get off, and yeah, in the next video you'll see the rest of this thing get fixed and it go for a retest and pass. And then it's time to get my van done. But that's pretty much the end of that. That's pretty much the end of this video. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. If you have, please let me know. But thank you very much for watching. Thank you very much for putting up my dumb ass. And as always, take it easy.